Hey Z, who can all benefit from the Love Community Center?
Anyone can benefit from the Love Community Center. It's a newly built community center that serves as a hub for connection, collaboration, and it's open to any community member or anyone really visiting from anywhere, all around the world. People can stop by and visit our partner organizations that are housed under one roof. We have Rushville Public Library, Westminster Early Learning Academy, Rush County Recreation Center, Senior Center, Food Pantry, Ride Rush, ICAP, and Firefly.
Welcome to this edition of the Hoel Truth Podcast. Today, our special guest, I'm just going to call her Z because I'm horrible. And she runs the Love Community Center here in Rushville. So take a second and introduce yourself.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me today. I'm Zuzana Smith. I'm the Executive Director of the Love Community Center. And I'm very new to Rushville and Rush County. We moved about a year ago. And that's about the same time where I started my job. We do live in Rush County. That's the number one question that everybody asks me when they meet me. Where do you live? So that's part of my introduction. I added that. I have 2 boys. And what else should I say?
So you're married? I'm
married, yes. I am married. I have a husband. And that's really why I'm here. We moved because he got a job at Diamond Pet Foods as a production manager. And that's what made us move from our beautiful home in Utah to Rushville, Indiana. And everybody might think, why? We would make this decision, and it was because we wanted to be closer to the family, starting a new adventure, and really connecting to our roots. I grew up on the farm in Slovakia, and my grandpa was a farmer, and I grew up farming and raising animals, and I wanted to make sure that my boys will learn those skills, and we just couldn't do that in Utah, so here we are. And also moving closer to the family. He grew up in Missouri, and this puts us a little bit closer than.
So where at in Utah? Where are you at?
We were south of Park City,
okay.
In the mountains.
Okay.
8,000 feet elevation, snow for 6 months.
Yeah.
Out of a year.
Well, at least Indiana weather won't be that bad, hopefully. So.
No, it's beautiful. I cannot believe there is still 90 degrees in October.
Right.
Well,
yep.
End of September. So very out of normal for me.
So what kind of farming did you grow up with? Because that's pretty cool. Because we chatted before we hit roll, and we hadn't even got to that. So yeah. We really planted everything. Okay.
We raised cattle, not on the scale of Rush County.
Right.
But we raised cattle. We had a few hogs. We had lots of poultry. We had ducks and chickens and turkeys and sheep and goats, all kinds of things.
So how many acres was the farm?
I never converted it into the acres.
Okay.
We talk or think in hectares, I guess that's how you call it. So you put me on a spot here. I really don't know, but it was pretty big.
Okay.
And then we planted corn and wheat grain, things like that.
So did you guys feed most of the grain you raised to your livestock, or did you sell some of it?
We did not sell. We would give a portion back to our, it was like a local farming bureau, if you will. That's a good translation for that. So Grandpa would give portion to them, and then we would raise mostly for our family, for our family needs and then neighbors. So small, but mighty.
So how big was your community
back home?
Yeah, when you grew
It was
up.
a very small village. It wasn't even called town. I wouldn't call it a town. It was a village. So the one where Grandpa was from, it was maybe around 1,000 people.
Okay.
And the village where I grew up was under 1,680.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell that story of how you ended up in the United States.
That's a good one. So every student that is in a university in Europe or South America or Africa or Australia or New Zealand, they have a chance to come here to the United States through work and travel visa, J1 visa. And I was one of the students, and I landed a job in Northern California in Lassen Volcanic National Park. If you haven't been, you should definitely visit because it's gorgeous. It's one of, I think there are only 2 others that are volcanic, which one is in Hawaii and another one, I think they consider the Crater Lake a volcanic one. So very, very neat opportunity for me. And this resort, so did I say? I guess I didn't say. It was a historic guest ranch. So we had horses, we had natural hot spring-fed pool, and 19-room resort, all-inclusive, that we were servicing. This resort is also on the Pacific Crest Trail, which goes from Mexico all the way up to Canada. And my husband, when he graduated university, he decided to ride this trail with his friend on a mules. So they picked 500 miles long section of the trail. They got all their mules ready to go, all their resupply packages dropped off on the trail, and they went. And I think after 30 or 40 days on the trail, the mule he was riding got a little sore on his back, so they needed vet. They couldn't continue, and they looked up at the book. At the time, they still had books. And they found the ranch, they found the Drake's Red Guest Ranch on the book, so they thought, well, maybe there is a vet, so we're going to go and check it out and look for help. Well, they arrived, and the vet wasn't available, so they had to stay for a week, and they slept on the haystack and worked for food, and it was a very special place, and he really fell in love with that property, and he decided to return. That's when it was my first year there, and we returned again years after, and here we are.
So where did he go to school at?
He went to Missouri, mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Aurora. It's apparently a big university that I don't remember the name right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know any in Missouri anyway. So, so that's kind of crazy. So, how long after you met him did you think, I'm gonna marry that guy?
Well, I think I knew pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a special bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we really connected over the passion for the outdoors and all the fun things, and yeah, we shared the same visions on life, and it was really, awesome. I found my soul.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, it's so cool just because you just never know the connections in life and,
right.
You know, God's plan, God's path. Like, you're here for a reason. Mm-hmm. You're in Rushville for a reason. You were in
sure.
California for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and sometimes you kind of question, like, why or what. So, no, that's awesome. So kind of just, let's talk a little bit about the Love Center. Mm-hmm. You know, a little bit of history, whatever you want to, you know, kind of talk about there. Talk about your role and that kind of stuff.
Well, the Life Community Center, it's an amazing place. And if people haven't visited, they should really come and check it out because it's no longer old Walmart building. And the dream that the founders of the idea, and really it was the entire community that was dreaming and longing for this center to become a reality. I think their dream and a vision was to create a hub for connections and collaborations and partnership, and for anyone and everyone, whether people are from Rush County, our community, or outside, can come and have a place. And now we do have a place, and people are coming and gathering and collaborating, and it's just amazing, the energy that you can feel when you walk in. And I could feel it the first time I went on the tour. Before I got my job, they showed me what I would be getting into. Just bare walls at that time, but you could already feel the energy, and it's just getting better and better, and it's just amazing feeling to be there and just watch people just doing their thing and coming for different reasons and stopping by and seeing friends they haven't seen for a long time, or making new friends and just stopping by and saying hi, and it's just amazing. That fills your heart.
Right.
Yeah.
So what kind of got you in this, career field?
In the field that I'm right now?
Yep.
I had a feeling after being in the other recreation hospitality industry for almost 10 years. I had a feeling that I would like to do something else. I was always in a service role prior coming to the United States. I worked with children with disabilities with special needs at my parents' center, so we would be really giving on daily basis, and I think that's my role in life. So after giving to our customers in our resorts, and now I had the opportunity to pick what I can do. I really wanted to do something that I could be in a service. I was hoping that or planning that I can do it on my own, because I had no idea that there was a center being built when we were moving. But then this role came, and I read about it, and I just said, this is meant to be, and I really want to do it, because it has everything that I wanted to start on my own, and I don't have to do it because I already have the building, and I can just bring all my visions and dreams to life. So,
what are some of them visions and dreams?
There's few big ones and then a bunch of little ones. So the big one, really creating awareness about food and healthy habits, healthy eating and wellness, and really taking care of yourself, your body, and then everything comes along with that, right? You take care of your body, you take care of your mind, you take care of your soul, and it all comes together and creates this great outcome. So that was one of my biggest visions. Then I really wanted to focus on our youth and create these amazing programs that we can offer to help out the parents, because working parents, if they don't have a family background where they live, which I never had when we lived on the West Coast, so I really had to seek and find the right people to trust my children with. So now creating a safe facility, safe space for the parents that they can trust us with their children, and also create meaningful programming for the kids. It was the one thing that was missing. So there are two roads where we are going. So first is through the recreation center, create really a programming for the children, and also the second one, which I'm very proud of, that it's really becoming a reality. It's the Love to Play Heaven sensory room. So we are building an indoor sensory playground that there isn't anything like that in the Rush County, and that was really missing when we moved, that I didn't have a place where we can go and play and be safe, and just, especially when it's ugly outside, right? So those two, and then the third one would be really focusing on the fitness side. So now we have this amazing facility that is indoor, but I would love to build outdoor spaces, activate all the empty land we have, and really focus on the outdoor recreation, and again create new beautiful spaces for the kids. We don't have a skate park or a pump track or a climbing wall, so there's just a lot of different ideas, and I think it was just become amazing one-stop shop. And then create collaboration. I think that I'm in a role where I can create connections, and I always try to look at the future project or event, or just creating a collaboration from outside of the box. Like, who can I talk to, and what people I can put together to help me with this. And I think it's becoming easier since I'm getting to know more and more people, and it's really becoming impactful, because I like to never say no, and I always see opportunity in every challenge. So those would be my visions for the center, just to create new opportunities.
So what? So around here, we're kind of we're working with a nurse practitioner, two of them technically, Stephanie and Jim Owens. Do you know them?
I don't think so.
We'll have to make a connection because so Stephanie really focuses on like your gut health, getting all your blood,
Right.
Getting all that to work. You just met my lovely bride a few minutes ago. She's gotten hers in line, dropped several pounds. She's honestly, like, she says she probably hasn't been that small since junior high. And she feels great, and you're right. And you feed your body, you take care of it, and then other things just, it's truly, but we don't talk about it. It's not a focus, but it is a focus in a lot of other countries, and it's really not here, and I don't want to get on like a conspiracy theory rabbit trail, or and I can very easy, but it's honestly they don't want us fit, and they don't want us healthy. They really want us dependent on their food and on their medicine, because then they can control all of that. But
it's very sad and difficult for me, since I'm from Europe.
Right.
I'm used to very strict regulations on food, and then coming in here and try to shop. It's difficult.
Yep.
You really need to do your homework and figure out what foods you can, if you want to, you can really eat, and which ones are safe and which ones are. And so that it comes a lot. You have to put a lot of effort to figure out what's safe anymore.
Yep.
That way we need to shop local.
Yep.
And that is our new initiative that we are launching. Really promote our local food sources, butcher shops, farms, and everyone and anyone that is trying to get out there and prepare foods that are sourced locally and baked in your home kitchens. And we will be launching our cooking classes
Awesome.
in October, and partnering right now with Ginningers and Souders.
Yep.
Sourcing some of the food items from them, because that's the best we can get. Right, because it's sourced right here. So.
Yep. So who's taking the lead on the cooking classes and stuff?
So the cooking classes kind of came again together as just everything else.
Yep.
I dream about it, and at the right moment, someone comes to me and brings something. So I've been wanting to do these cooking classes for the longest time. Ever since I started, it was on my list. And then one day, Carol Yind, from Open Resource, she came to me and she says, "Z, I have someone you need to meet. He will be perfect for your cooking classes." And it was Sean Simpson.
Okay.
So we got together, and we've been planning for the last 2 months how we're gonna approach this, and if it's gonna be small or bigger. And we really wanted to make sure that we will provide value.
Yep.
And now it's happening, and along with that. I think it was beginning of the year. Darylyn Beadle, director of the food pantry, she and I we connected because I was sent an opportunity to write a grant, and the first thing that popped in my mind was we need cooking equipment for my kitchen so we can do cooking classes. And she was gonna go and submit for the same grant, but we collaborated and we combined our efforts, and we were awarded the grant.
Awesome.
So she got her portion, I got mine, and now we have a fully equipped kitchen that anyone can use in a center. Plus, we have equipment for 10 cooking stations.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So it always comes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what are some other more short-term goals that maybe somebody listening can feel the nudge of maybe I should step up and kind of help with that?
It really depends what that person what their interests are. Mm-hmm. Because having all the organizations in the Life Community Center, which we didn't talk about, so we do have the Rushville Public Library. We have the Westminster Early Learning Academy. They are new to the community, but led by Mattia Miles is the director. She's a native to Rush County.
Okay.
Then we have the Rush County Recreation Center. That is led by Sandra Walter. She is also somewhat native to the Rush County. She was a teacher here in 1996. That's when she left. Okay. Born and raised in Brookville, but she had a very strong presence when she was here, and she decided to come back, and she's been a blessing to have on board. So thank you, Sandra, for that. decision. And then down the main street, we have the senior center. We have the social services where we house the Right Rush, ICAP, the Interlocal Action Program, and Firefly, the Children's Bureau, the Children's Alliance, and then down the hidden street, I call it, we have food pantry.
Okay.
So we need volunteers. Every organization needs volunteers. Specifically, the food pantry, they are 100% ran by volunteers. So there isn't a single paid position. And I know Darlene, she needs volunteers right now. But so there are multiple efforts for people if they want to get involved, whether it's volunteering or participating as a help in our events, just coming and visiting and spreading the word. I tell that to every person I meet, like, please share your experience, share our social media, right? You know how important that is.
Oh, absolutely.
And just spread the word. And we've been really trying to figure out, like, how is the best way to communicate with the community. And it's really hard, right? Like, we try to send everything into the newspaper. We go on the radio. We never say no to the podcast, the invitation. And then we share on Facebook, but I don't think it's enough. So we really need everyone that would like to support us to spread the word. And then we always welcome any donations and sponsorships on our events. So that's also a big help. So, everything counts.
And you said earlier that tours, you can come, I mean, you could request a tour almost really any day, anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone is welcome. The center is open 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, we are 5 a.m. until 9 p.m. Saturday is 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Sunday noon to 5.
Okay.
And nobody needs to be a member to come to the Love Community Center. That, I think, it's still a misleading in the community. People need to be members of the Recreation Center, as they are standalone organization as anyone else, but anyone is welcome in the Love Community Center. We have beautiful Main Street that is shaped as a heart too, and people can come in, sit down, hang out, schedule a meeting. The entire Main Street area is open to the entire community.
Okay.
We have Wi-Fi as well,
So what are some, like, the community, like the recreation center, like, do they ever rent any of that out, like, for organizations, companies, stuff like that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So we have meeting spaces available as the Love Community Center that organizations can rent out for any kind of purpose, whether it's a small meeting, large meeting, community outreach, gathering, or if it's a family reunion or a class reunion, to a family birthday party or any kind of gathering. We actually had a reservation today for Thanksgiving. So one family will be hosting their Thanksgiving there at our community room. And same for the recreation center. We have birthday party packages that also include the community dining area for your party, and then a rental, either a pool or a gymnasium. And there are different levels depending on how many people we would like to bring. And you can also rent out the gym just for your own use, or if you are forming a league or you just want to start a basketball group or a pickleball or really anything, you can get a gym rental as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, I know you, what part of it do you feel like maybe the community doesn't know that if more people knew about it, hopefully they would use it more or something? Besides the entire building.
What they don't know, then if they would know, they would use it more.
Yeah. Or you would hope to see that, not that you feel like it's being underused, but you're like, maybe if more people understood that you could rent the gymnasium every Monday night for basketball for 2 hours, or, whatever that looks like.
Right. I think just if we focus on the recreation center or on the library or the Westminster or the senior center, really the first step is to come and visit and talk to each organization. Because in the library, for example, if you live in Rushville, you get your library card for free. If you live in a Rush County, in a different townships, your township might reimburse you for the portion, or maybe they pay for full price of the library card. And they have so many different things that are part of that membership that people might not know. So I would say just come and visit if you are interested in books and all the other services that they have. And they have a lot of programming as well that is free to the community. But specifically for that, come and talk to them and see what they have to offer. Same with the Early Learning Academy, Westminster. They are enrolling new students. They are not at a capacity. So again, please, come and take a tour and see how it looks like, learn about their rates and all the other benefits that they have to offer. It's a very beautiful facility. My sons tested it when it was still in not open to the public. So it's safe, very safe. And same with the recreation center. When we were setting up the pricing, the price structure, the fee structure, we really tried to stay as comparable as other or neighboring counties' recreational facilities. So there is always a sticker shock, I think, with everything you are committing to, that it's new to a person that they weren't used to, right, paying. But there are a lot of benefits that come with that to become a member. And I think people they need to remind themselves that we've been only open for 6 months.
Right.
We are not new. We are not established a facility. We are a new facility, whether it comes to the Love Community Center or just the recreation center. So we're still trying to build everything that needs to be built and figure out the kinks that need to be figured out and working through all of that. So there will be more coming, and I think what we have to offer right now, it's just amazing. So educating themselves, the people, and learning about everything that's available there, I think it's the number one step. I didn't even talk about the senior center. They are an amazing facility that anyone 55 plus can join, and they have so many activities, whether it's at the recreation center, talking about the partnerships there. Yep. They do activities at the pool, activities like chair yoga, or I think they do a little drumming class, and then water fitness, and they have their own arts and crafts, special programs. They have special speakers coming in, and then Friday lunches are the hit. It's an amazing offering that's open to everyone, not just the senior center. For $6, if you are not 55 plus, you can come and have a lunch every Friday, noon to 1 at the community center dining area. So it's open for anybody, really. Awesome. 0 to 100 plus. Or what do you say, 99 plus? Yeah.
So earlier you kind of said we just kind of discussed what your role was. You said you're the landlord because that's one thing that, I hadn't even thought of, like where there's different organizations under one roof. Under one roof. Mm-hmm. And what else? And I know you also said you're kind of the visionary. You've shared some of your vision, with that. What else kind of on your daily role, or not necessarily just daily, but more, what does your role look like? And you can share more of your vision. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was great to hear the outside stuff. Like, I get that. That's awesome.
For the vision, I had a long list. I have a long list, and it keeps adding. But it was very funny. So when I was interviewing for this position, for the second round, they told me to prepare a 1-year vision and a 3-year vision. And me being me, and having all kinds of ideas, I showed up with a 30-slide presentation full of ideas. So I have a good starting point, and it just keeps adding. Well, my day-to-day role, it depends on the day of the month. If we need to focus on accounting and the financial aspects, or if we get to have some fun and plan and really work on the visions that we started, or if we are writing grants, or meeting and spreading the word and awareness and trying to educate people about the community center. And I don't do this alone. I have an amazing board, and I have amazing people that are that are willing to help me with my sometimes crazy ideas. And it depends who it is and what we are working on. I just kind of present the idea that I think that will be appropriate to that group of people, and they get on board. Some don't, and we get to work on these things. But it's been really nice, and I have a huge support, and hopefully I get the entire community to as a support, and we get to work on these things together, and everyone will be engaged and involved. That's my goal. That's my ultimate goal, to engage the entire community and beyond.
Right.
Yeah, we would there. It's amazing, but I think there is a spotlight on Rushville and Rush County, and I didn't come up with this. It's just talking with different people from the community, and sharing what we are working on and sharing what they are working on. And if people don't know, like we have been really successful over the years in shifting the narrative and transitioning the Rushville and Rush County into what it is now. And moving in here a year ago, I was very surprised, maybe even shocked, like how much it's going on in this town. And my friends from back from Utah, they didn't want to believe me that there is just so much happening, and it's really true. And there is a lot of people there trying to do a lot of good, and you can feel the good in a community. And I just want to make sure that we continue doing good, and it's going to be a good feel and great opportunity for the future. For our children and grandchildren. And
yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, and that's what, they've done a nice job. Like, I remember down, if they've cleaned up downtown, where CVS was at. There used to be some old buildings there. They demolished that and built that CVS several years, so it really has been a work in progress. And, like you keep saying, you've got a really awesome team, like to make anything, to have anything worthwhile, like it's a team. Like,
it is.
If it's a business like I'm trying to run here, like
right.
it's our team, the team that's getting stuff done so I can sit here and, do a podcast and, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, absolutely. And I mean, it is, there is a spotlight on Rushville, and there is a lot of intentionality. And, I think that's what a lot of people maybe forget. Like, it takes the intentionality of right. somebody like you, the board, just so many people, like twice as many people as anybody probably right. even realizes, So do you answer to the board then?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So the board is your boss per se.
Board is my boss.
Okay.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Do you guys have any sort of partnership with the high school?
We are working on that. We met with Jim Jameson, superintendent, right? Couple times now, and we would like to bring the swimming. Oh, that is part of my vision too. The swimming awareness. I think it's important that people are aware of the bodies of water, yep. and they should know how to swim if they are recreating on the water. We have a lot of water recreation everywhere. Every state park in Indiana has either a lake or a pool. I was shocked that it's crazy.
Yeah.
Amazingly crazy.
Right, right.
So, and I feel like not having a pool, people kind of forget. And so there isn't as many educated people that know how to swim or know how to get help or what to do when something happens. So hopefully bringing back or starting swimming lessons, going back to that, for the second graders, that would be maybe the targeted age group. Hopefully we can start that awareness. And then...
So would that be something... like the recreation center
yes.
would run? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
that would go through the recreation center. And there is a lot of opportunity there because we have amazing river for kayaking and paddleboarding. We have the lakes like I talked about. So there is a future potential for maybe doing a kayak rentals or equipment rentals at
yep.
the center that hopefully we can find a sponsor so we can offer these rentals at very discounted rate or maybe free, because those pieces of equipment are very expensive, and not everyone is willing to expense that if they have family or 4 or 6, and everyone needs that piece of equipment. So it's a large bill if you look at it that way. So having the rental opportunity is just another thing we can hopefully bring to reality. But yeah, working with schools on different things. We didn't even talk about the Smithsonian exhibit that it's coming next year. We will have a grand opening in July 4th, and we will have the traveling museum exhibit at the Left Community Center for 6 weeks. But prior to that, hopefully we can engage, and we are in discussion with school and their students participating in different forums for the Smithsonian specifically, hopefully either doing art or doing some literacy, writing poems or letters. Hopefully they will all come and attend when they are back at school. We will be able to catch them after the school is back in session. But prior to that, we are hoping to do international festival and really working with our international students, which again, I was amazed how many international high school students we have, which is amazing. So hopefully working with them, and we do have a decent representation of different cultures here in Rush County. So bringing everyone together again and highlighting their countries, where they are from, and educating our community, who we have as a neighbor, whether it's short-term or long-term, and bringing awareness to other communities or other countries that are. So that's another one that we are all working on with the schools. There's just so many. I would have to bring a list of different things than just pick and choose who we are working with. And I really try to engage as many people as possible in all of this effort. So, yeah. Yeah,
no, I mean, that's, such a nice facility, fairly close to the schools, that there's no reason why, they wouldn't work together. So
yeah.
But I also understand,
and everything has its own time too. But just keeping those relationships and conversations open, and see and listen what they have and what they need, and trying to figure that out. Same with the Boys and Girls Club. The ideal future would be that we collaborate and we figure out what programs work for them, what programs work for us, and how we can merge some of the things together so we can work together. I don't know, as a team maybe, because we just need to support each other. We are too small of a community not be doing that. So maybe that's another way how people can get involved if they have an idea. Or there is something that we are not looking, straight, and it's right in front of our eyes. Maybe just point it out, and it can be really anything. Feedback on what we are doing, whether it's good or bad, I can take it. I promise, it's fine. Just tell me now, so we can mitigate that. And the good things, because that's what pushes you forward. If you hear like that's really great, I enjoyed it. You're doing a good job. Like you should do that again, or keep doing that, but I never say no to an idea, because the idea is just a seed and you can take it to another level.
Maybe later, but
it doesn't have to all happen immediately, but you plant that seed, and when it's the right time, it's gonna grow and it will bloom eventually.
Yep, absolutely. No, I mean, I've enjoyed this, because you've taught me a lot. I know Adam went and did some video, and when they had the opening, I guess 6 months ago. It's kind of crazy how quick it has been by. 6 months. So, is there? I guess I know there's a million things to talk about, but kind of as we wrap up, is there any high points you want to hit? Reach out, come and see what there is to offer.
Those are always open. If you are intimidated by the size of the building, there's always someone who is willing to take people on tour. It's me. now we have Trish Mast in our family engagement coordinator from the recreation center sitting at the front desk most of the days welcoming people. So she's always there. The ladies at the library are great. The ladies at the Westminster are great. The ladies at the senior center are great. The food pantry when they are open. So they are welcoming, smiling faces all the time. So don't be hesitant to just open the door and come in. I'm sure there is something waiting for them.
Awesome.
People, yeah.
Well, I want to take a minute and just tell you thank you for your time, and let us know any way that we can support you. I'm actually going to go ahead and schedule me and my wife's going to do a tour just to come and see it, just so we're kind of educated on what is all there to offer. So thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.